was victim of that particular political mania.
All right, a change in the party, Major. Thank you very much.
The top U.S. general in Afghanistan says the next 2 weeks will be critical for the ongoing withdrawal of U.S.-led coalition forces. In an exclusive CBS News interview, General Scott Miller spoke with Charlie D'Agata about the challenges U.S. troops and Afghan forces face amid a wave of Taliban attacks.
Try managing this in 40-mile-an-hour crosswinds. Packing materials destined for U.S. bases. Just part of the heavy lift in the mission to draw down the last 2,500 or so U.S. troops in Afghanistan. An historic turning point under the watch of General Scott Miller.
It's going very well, and in some cases ahead of schedule.
After almost 20 years of a continuous American presence here, dismantling it all is a mammoth task. It's not just about safeguarding the withdrawal of U.S. troops. It's weapons, equipment, machinery, an entire infrastructure. All while trying to defend against Taliban militants determined to settle scores as U.S. soldiers head for the exits. Have you had any trouble from the Taliban? Do you anticipate any trouble from the Taliban?
To date, we've seen a couple incidents of Taliban activity against the coalition. We have the military means and capabilities here to defend ourselves, as well as the Afghan security forces.
Capabilities like U.S. airstrikes, launched after a Taliban attack on a U.S. base in the south, and Taliban fighters advancing against Afghan forces.
As 1 May commenced, we saw a pretty large surge of Taliban violence across the country. In provinces, we expected.
General Miller knows the Taliban playbook by heart. Just over a month after he took command, he drew his sidearm when a rogue Afghan bodyguard opened fire on their delegation, killing an Afghan lieutenant general and wounding a U.S. brigadier general. A former Delta Force captain, Miller was one of the first American soldiers on the ground in the U.S. invasion following 9/11. Now, America's longest war is being brought to an end by America's longest-serving commander in Afghanistan. Had you anticipated being here this long?
Absolutely not. In 2001, I don't ever think I could project 20 years later and see that we'd be standing here.
General Miller paid tribute not only to the Americans who are still here, but the tens of thousands who came before, especially